Tonight, rain is pushing into North Texas, bringing with it a big dip in temperatures.
A big story in Fort Worth that isn't going away. When will the symphony strike end, and why negotiations are going nowhere?
Plus, a potential health threat as we prepare to celebrate the holidays with friends and family. A lot of togetherness. What you need to know about the newest mumps cases.
You're watching NBC5 News at 5.
Good evening, and thank you so much for joining us. I'm Kristin Dickerson.
And I'm Meredith Land.
And I'm Chris Gutierrez, live at North Park Mall tonight. You know, NBC5 is, of course, a proud sponsor of the Salvation Army Angel Tree campaign.
Chris, thank you. And tonight, a lot of those plans are dashed thanks to the weather pushing into DFW. You can see a lot of rain here on the S-band radar right behind us.
And this was supposed to be a big weekend for tree lightings and parades. Now we'll just have to break out the blankets and hot chocolate, I'm thinking. Yes. Meteorologist Rick Mitchell's at the weather expert desk. Rick.
Yeah, I'd say that's pretty good advice. The blankets, the hot chocolate, the rain gear, because the rain is spreading on in. About 5:17.
All right, looking forward to it. Thank you, Rick. The Fort Worth Symphony Orchestra should be in the middle of its busiest time of the year. Instead, the musicians are in the third month of a strike that's canceled performances through the end of the year. NBC5's Alice Barr joins us live outside Bass Hall. And Alice, are we any closer to bringing back the music? Thank you, Alice. Again, all official performances are canceled through the end of the year. And the musicians are holding their own holiday concerts, December 13th at Broadway Baptist and on the 22nd at White's Chapel in Southlake.
The future president kicked off his thank you tour in Ohio with a rally and some familiar themes. He returned to his campaign roots in his first major public appearance since Election Day. Trump also announced his intention to nominate retired Marine Corps General James Mattis to head the Defense Department.
But, you know, this is canceling a lot of parades and stuff, but at least it's not snow and ice.
It's true. Get the hot chocolate ready, as you said earlier,
Yeah,
right?
It'll be great.
It'll be cozy. Thank you. All right, so we've said it. We're going to be staying inside. It's a good idea this weekend.
And there is plenty to do at various events indoors. Chief Meteorologist David Finfrock has a warm and dry idea. Visit the DFW Auto Show. David, brilliant.
Hope for the holidays. That officer wants you to keep an eye out this holiday shopping season. You know, here in North Texas, we love to shop.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's not just my wife, and that's a good thing. The experts say that we are loyal, savvy shoppers. Good evening. I'm Chris Gutierrez.
And I'm Kristin Dickerson. Thank you so much for joining us. Surveys show that we plan to spend more money on entertaining and gifts than the national average. But all that shopping, spending, and holiday distraction can put you at risk, especially here in parking lots. That's because parking lots are prime locations for crime. Less than 24 hours ago, Dallas police launched their holiday safety initiative. Ashley Berry's live at North Park, where officers are saturating that area. Ashley.
Reporting live at North Park, I'm Ashley Berry for NBC5.
Thank you, Ashley. Now to the numbers. The business consulting firm Deloitte just released its annual holiday survey of shoppers. It found that Black Friday has lost some of its luster with North Texas shoppers. 59% of people say that they no longer rely on this day to knock out their big purchases. Gene Monticelli says that we tend to shop early and can afford to wait if we want to.
We do have more disposable income. Our salaries are on par with sort of the national average, but our cost of living is less. So it affords us the ability to actually splurge, as you would.
One item of note, Deloitte has seen a 9% uptick in shopping at specialty stores like independent and family-owned retailers.
Well, Chopper 5 was up this morning to catch the crowds waiting for the malls to open. And to our surprise, well, we really didn't see a lot of them. But
now, the burning of the flag is a hot button issue. Let's head back to the tag board. We posted this issue on Facebook and Twitter as well. At about 10:30, which was the last time I checked Facebook, we already had about 400 comments. That's just on Facebook. Now, here are a couple of the tweets that we found, and we wanted to share them with you. We start off with Gwen, who says, NBC DFW, real Donald Trump. I agree. No one should ever burn our American flag. Now, next up, we see a message from Logan, who says the president-elect should not confuse an act of freedom with a symbol of freedom. Now, Nick also tweets right here, his proposal is unconstitutional and a terrifying one for the future of the First Amendment. As you can imagine, the conversation is continuing to grow right now on social media. Head on over to our Facebook page or our Twitter page as well and chime in because we want to hear from you. For the first time since the election, we have a look at the timeline for that new $1 billion ballpark for the Texas Rangers. Voters approved it earlier this month. Now, according to city documents, the Rangers plan to hire an architect by the end of the year. Designs would then be finalized by next fall when construction begins, and the Rangers are looking to officially open it in the spring of 2020. At today's meeting, city leaders will also lay out the city's role in all of this. The Rangers will take a lead, but top city officials will be part of a steering committee that helps oversee that project. Now, that meeting starts at 3 o'clock this afternoon at City Hall. We'll be sure and let you know what happened. These next survey results may surprise you if you think about how big of a heart most Texans have. Texas ranks near the bottom of the nation when it comes to charitable giving. Now, that's according to WalletHub.com. The Lone Star State ranked 48th in the country, only ahead of California and Arizona, and that's not a good thing. But on this Giving Tuesday, local nonprofits are hoping to change that ranking. NBC5's Larry Collins takes a look at how you can help.
We begin tonight with emotions running high over the death of Fidel Castro. Thanks for joining us on this Saturday night. I'm Corey Smith.
And I'm Kristin Dickerson. Here's the latest. Tonight we know plans are underway for Havana's Revolution Square to host a memorial service to Fidel Castro on Tuesday. Cuba has declared 9 days of mourning. This means no alcohol sales. Flags are flying at half staff and shows and concerts are canceled.
Meanwhile, in Miami, the celebration by Cuban exiles continues in the street. NBC's Chris Pallone has more on Castro's 50-year regime. The number of Cuban immigrants nearly doubled from a little more than 24,000 in 2014.
Tonight, the feelings for many Cubans in North Texas reflect those in the streets of Miami, that of celebration, a celebration that continues tonight. Now, here's what some people who were born in Cuba had to say at the Havana Cafe in Dallas today. This afternoon, we sat down with our friend from Telemundo 39, anchor Enrique Teotelo. Now, he grew up in Cuba and shared his personal opinion about living under Fidel Castro's rule.
Frankly, I'm not talking as a journalist, I'm talking as a Cuban because I'm a Cuban first. It's a tyranny. It's not a system that goes on back. No, it's a tyranny. And this has happened 10 years, 50 years too late.
Also talked about how Castro's rule contributed to breaking up his family because Enrique's father was a colonel for Castro's army and he and his mother were against it. That is online right now at NBCDFW.com.
All right, let's turn to the weather and some big changes that could impact holiday travelers headed back home.
Brian James joins us now from the Weather Expert Desk. And Brian, what can we expect?
Well, we can expect a chance of showers and thunderstorms as we head through tomorrow afternoon, but the best rain chances will hold off.
All right, thanks, Brian. Let's get to Decision 2016 in reaction tonight from President-elect Donald Trump on the push to force recounts in 3 states. In a statement released by his transition team, Trump called the effort, quote, a scam. He says the people have spoken and the election is over. Green Party nominee Jill Stein is behind the effort in 3 states, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, and Michigan. Wisconsin announced plans to begin that state's first ever recount next week. Meanwhile, Democratic candidate Hillary Clinton today formally joined Stein's effort.
North Texas officers are heading to San Antonio to pay their respects to a fellow officer killed in the line of duty. Detective Benjamin Marconi was shot last Sunday while sitting in his patrol car. A public viewing will be held tomorrow afternoon, followed by a rosary. A funeral service is set to begin Monday at 11 a.m. Members of Fort Worth's Brotherhood for the Fallen left today to attend those services. They say it's important to support their brothers in blue, even if they've never met them. They also tell us that they are thankful for the community that comes together in times like this to show their gratitude.
I mean, not a day that goes by now where I'm not at work where somebody doesn't come up and just thank me for what I do, just random people, strangers, and that makes a difference to all of us that wear the uniform.
Sergeant Mendoza says that there has been a 10% increase in the number of officers killed this year compared to last year. Now, there are new details tonight about a Texas state trooper shot while patrolling the border to Mexico. The trooper has been identified as Danny Shaw. The 8-year veteran is stationed in Terrell. Now, Shaw was wounded by a stray bullet from a gun battle on the Mexico side of the Rio Grande. He was struck in the leg and is expected to recover. It's unclear who else was involved in that gunfight.
All right, how about this deal in a red-hot real estate market? You can have a historic home in Oak Cliff for free if you can move it. A developer is making room for the second phase of its Bishop Arts project, and as NBC5's Chris Jose found out, that 109-year-old cottage could find a home in Midlothian. Chris joins us live with a look at one man's vision to create a historic district. Chris?